This is absolutely Essendon. It's our hot or not instalment. And today, the player in question, the player in the spotlight, get your comments ready, is one Ben McKay. Or do they run with McKay?
McKay or McKay?
McKay. I'm running with McKay.
I think it's McKay. I think it is McKay.
I'm going to run with that.
Yeah.
He joined us this year, played all 10 games, has made an impact. Now, how much of an impact has he made? We shall assess, and we'll come to a conclusion. But as always, we would love your comments. Are we too generous?
You are.
Too frugal? Oh, I'm not, I resemble that remark.
I think you do.
No, I don't. Okay. So walk me through the stats, DT,
before we go into the stats, I just wanted to perhaps talk a little bit about how he arrived at the club.
Really?
Because I know there's some people out there who are new to the game and are already loving the Bombers and particularly loving our show. So Benny McKay, he was a free agent pickup from North Melbourne Football Club where he'd been playing for 4 or 5 years. Had a bit of I guess you'd call it intermittent career with North, with injuries and certainly very little success. So, but he was seen as a potential tall, sort of big-bodied defender that we desperately need. If you recall our performances against particularly Geelong and the Tomahawk, we so desperately needed a player that could go up against those key power forwards. Ben McKay is that player, and I think for the money, people talk about the money. Who cares? I mean, it's not my money. Get the player that will do the job, and he's doing the job.
That's such a bad attitude.
Yeah.
Terrible attitude.
Mine?
Nevertheless, yes, yours.
Oh,
yes,
right,
okay.
really?
What do you mean it's not your money?
Well, it's not my money.
The
football club can afford to pay it. Let them pay it. I don't care. Look,
nevertheless.
I always get, why do people carry on about, it's going to hurt our salary cap? God, if that's the only thing that we should be worried about. We spent 23 years in the wilderness. Maybe because we didn't spend enough money. But anyway, we have spent the big bucks on Benny.
No, you're right. I mean, it's the payouts to CEOs that only work for one day.
Yeah,
it's
true.
all that sort of stuff that
so hot or not,
costs you.
It's a quick show.
Yes, it is.
So,
no. But 1 second. But I think as part of your background, if you're going to do a backstory, if you're going to go all Australian Idol about it, and do the long, laborious backstory, I think we should also just mention that in lieu of obtaining him, the North Melbourne obtained pick number, whatever it was.
They got a compensation.
Zane Dersma, who is the brother of the recruit that we also picked up this year.
Yeah, and he will. Yeah, I mean, good on you, North, and let's hope that works for you. We're here to talk about Ben McKay, the bomber.
I will say.
Yep.
No, I'll come to that. Let's go. Let's get into the stats.
So just quickly having a look at his stats. He was brought in to be a key defender. So these ratings, if you like, are based on the fact that he is playing in defence. So in terms of disposals, he's averaging 13.4 per game, which comprises 6.8 kicks, which is actually rated below average, but 6.6 handballs being elite for the position he plays. He averages 1.7 tackles a game, which is an average rating according to the data. Spoils 4.7 a game, which is average, and intercept marking, perhaps where he's most valuable to us. He is averaging 3.3 or an above average rating for his position. He's played all 10 games, and I think he's been a bit of a general down back. And given that he hasn't had the opportunity to really, tee up with Jordan Ridley.
Yeah, that's right.
Zach Reed didn't last more than half a game in the first match of the season. So our real sort of defensive pillars, haven't had a lot of time to play together. Credit to Laverde, he's stood up and done a job, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how our team looks when we do have Ridley, Reed, and McKay all playing together.
Right. Okay, very well. Very, very well surmised. I have to say, thus far, that I was wrong, and I thought we had overpaid a tad at the start of the year. I just thought, who's worth that?
Such your money.
Come on. Will you stop with the not? Like, you still got to balance the books.
Sure, the books are balanced. We've got so much money sitting in the war chest. Don't worry.
It's that sort of attitude.
What
are you, with the Essendonians, are you? You with the coterie.
You never know.
Swinging around down there.
Might be.
I don't
Benny
think so.
McKay.
Yes, anyway, so he has been worth the money because what he's doing in our back line, those intercept marks, it feels like more than 3 to me because they're that good. I mean, if you had to weigh up assess, no, take a guess, how many goals is he saving each week?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
4,
Because,
I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I didn't realise that.
That's what I think it
So
is.
he's saving 4 goals.
Yes.
He's stopping
There's 4
the
less
opposition
goals. That's right.
per week.
Yes,
That's
I
interesting.
think.
Did you find that stat somewhere? Or
No,
did
I
you-
just made that up. It's
Okay.
it's the
That's
vibe.
your hunch, is
it's
it?
the vibe. Okay.
I'm not sure it'd be 4, but I'm sure he is certainly. I mean, we have a pretty decent defensive record this year, and he's no doubt contributing
Come
to that.
on, he's big time
Yeah,
contributing.
no, of course he is. He's done very, very well. I mean, I'm delighted that we have him. I'm just wondering, whether we got the best McKay.
Oh, you think
because-
there's a better McKay?
Well, there's his brother, of course, and
Well, his brother kicks like a defender as well. So
yeah. Well, I think Ben's actually pretty good at his disposal.
yeah.
But yeah, so at the moment, I would suggest we got. The
I
better
think we
one.
did.
Yeah.
I think we did, because there was talk there of trying to get the other brother, but I think we'll be right.
Wouldn't
Thanks.
worry.
Yeah,
We're good.
No,
We're good.
not for the dollars there. That would be a bit of a rip off, I think.
Yeah, no, look, I think we're very happy with him. As I said, it's the real strength of our defensive structure will only be revealed, I think, when we get our full lineup in place, as mentioned earlier. Ridley, Reid, McKay, if you're going to play all 3 of those guys.
Yeah.
But I think we will. We did in the first game of this. Well, sorry, we didn't, because Ridley, of course, didn't play in the first game, but we did have Reid playing, and I'm sure he will come back into that defensive structure at some point as well. So you can't really fault him. He's done everything he was brought into the club to do. I think he's embraced being at the Bombers. I think the players love having him around. And certainly that defence walks a little taller with Ben McKay sitting back there.
Definitely. Now, it's unfortunate. Well, it will be interesting to see how he goes against the likes of Tomahawk, that has always, we've been his bunnies.
He'll own him. He'll put him in his back pocket.
It will be very interesting to see. But he has just made a massive contribution.
Yeah. Very good. So let's get on to the important part. This is the bit that everyone, of course, is hanging on for.
Oh, really? Do you think?
Is the vote,
They haven't pressed stop already?
What are you going
Moved
to give
the next one?
Benny McKay out of 10?
I will
With
give
6
him...
being average?
Sure. I will give him 8.25.
Okay. That's interesting, I think. That is interesting. You really, really do see him as being that's amazing. Okay, good. Nice score.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to...
What are you going to go?
I'm going to go with a 7 for Ben
Just
McKay.
above average.
Well, it's a good...
Do you want to rethink that?
No, I'm not, because, I think if you recall, I gave Langford 7.5. I think McKay's a 7. 7 is a very good score. If you've got every player...
But if average is 6, how is 7
But
a very
what's
good
wrong with
score?
average? You can't have a superstar on every line. You've got to be able to spread this around a little bit more. We can't just cluster everyone in the 8s.
We're going to need a special episode just about our scoring system.
No,
I
I'm
think,
happy
and
with
then
mine,
just get some
because
feedback.
I
All
know
right.
what's coming. I know
you?
what I'm going to give certain players.
What? So you're gonna you got your little 9 for merit, have you?
I'm not
Just sitting up
saying
your
that.
sleeve,
I'm
hey?
not saying-
Oh, what a big mystery! Oh, let's try and crack the code.
Yeah, but if I
wonder
did-
what it could be. What are you?
Okay.
Hey, you're saving it.
This could get nasty. Look, maybe, let's say if I did have a 9 up my sleeve for, say, a Zach Merritt. I'm not saying I'll give him, after today, he might have slipped a little bit. But the point being is that you just can't be handing out like 8.5s and 9s to every man and his dog. You just can't.
Well,
It
that was
doesn't
an
work that way.
8.25.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so that's
All
good.
right.
Hey, own it. That's you want to give him
I'm
that?
owning it.
You do so. I think he's been a 7. I think he's been very valuable. Is he going to make an All-Australian team this year? I don't think he will. Honestly, I don't think he will. He could go to 7.5. He's certainly pushing in that direction. I'm not going to go any higher than that.
Okay, I'll just say one last time. Nick Cox, 5.5.
Yep.
You gave him.
Yep, that's about right.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of other people did too.
But sure. Ben McKay, 7.
7, yeah. That sounds.
You
about
see
spot
that
on.
as a fair
What
differential.
did I give Stringer? 7.5, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Stringer's been better than him this year, I would say.
Better
Different
than
positions, but no, I'm happy with that. Langford was what, 7.5?
All right. Okay. All right.
I'm
okay.
sticking with it.
All right. Well,
All right,
look,
up
you
to
know,
you. You guys
yes,
tell me. You
please,
tell him. I know who
please,
you're going to
tell
say.
us. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
8.25.
See how you go.
Fair
All right.
enough. Hey, you're his fanboy.
Yeah. Well, just acknowledging the contribution.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right?
see. We'll see what
You're
the
trying to be-
community says, because
Yes.
they're generally smarter than we are.
Generally, they are. Yes.
All right. I
Okay.
think that's
All right.
it.
Okay. That's it. That's it.
We ticked over the 8 minutes.
Hot or not? Hot or not? I don't know what's the 8
Well
minutes
over.
all about.
Oh,
Is
it's
that
my voice starts
your
running out.
postcode? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll do. Thank you.
See you at the
Comment
next
below.
one.
We'll see you at the next one.
Coming soon.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.